are you coming up to me?
Why are you coming up to me?
Why are you coming up to me asking me what am I doing? Do you know what I'm doing? I'm trying to use the photosensitive light systems.
Don't do it.
Listen, don't tell me don't. I'll do it to whatever I want to.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm a police officer.
Are you? No, you're not a police officer. Out. You're just a member of the public.
Come on, come round to...
You're just a member of the public.
Come round to the station.
You're a member of the public. Prove to me you're a police officer.
Just wait there.
No, I'm not going to wait here. Get lost. Don't tell me what to do. What do you mean, where am I going? Going where I want to go.
Where are you going?
I'm going where I want to go. Don't listen. Don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Wait here.
No.
Wait.
No. Prove that you're a police officer. Don't touch me. I'm standing in the...
Don't push me.
I'll push you. You're a member of the public.
I'm a police officer.
No, you're not. Right?
Look at that.
Don't start with me.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
Mate.
Don't call me mate either. Don't call me mate.
Calm down.
You calm down. Get out of my way.
From the very start, the sergeant comes in hard, rushing up in plain clothes, giving sharp commands for Yardley to stop recording. But in all that urgency, he skips the most crucial step, properly identifying himself. Without a uniform and without even a clear introduction, he appears like any ordinary passerby, not someone acting under authority. Yardley doesn't let it slide. He pushes back right away, asking for proof that this man is really a police officer. That's not defiance, it's common sense. Anyone approached by a stranger claiming authority has the right to know exactly who they're dealing with. Plainclothes officers especially carry the duty to be crystal clear about who they are and why they're stepping in. Instead of following procedure, the sergeant ramps things up. Yardley steps back to create space, but the officer quickly closes the gap, using physical restraint, shoving and blocking his way. What should have been a professional stop instantly shifts into a heavy-handed confrontation, force being applied before authority was even established. And when Yardley asks once more for proper identification, all that's offered is a fleeting flash of a badge. No clear name, no rank, no explanation of why the stop is even happening. It's a half measure that raises more questions than answers, leaving the encounter looking less like a lawful action and more like a reckless escalation.
He is assaulting me.
What's going on?
What do you mean you saw him push him? There's cameras up there and I'm making sure I'm getting the camera. He hasn't identified himself. He's a member of the public.
Yes, he's holding his head.
I don't care. He hasn't said who he is. Let go of me. Let's go. Of course he does.
Recording the...
Of course I am. I'm in a public place. Listen, let go of me.
Will you stop
let go of me. If you touch me as well, who are you? Okay. Identify yourself.
I'm police officer Paul Veazey, Sergeant Veazey, based at this police station.
So why didn't you identify yourself when I told you to?
Because I asked you what you were doing.
I don't care. You're a member of the public. Until you identify yourself, you're a member of the public. Is he not a member of the public until he identifies himself?
No.
Of course he is. And then he's trying to tell me...
Listen to what he's saying, because he's detained you at the minute.
Take your bag off, please?
No. No.
Okay, I will take your bag off.
Listen, stop. If he touches me, you know this is unlawful.
No, because you're detained for a search.
Under what section? Under what section?
Calm down.
Under what
Stop
section?
grabbing me.
Under what section? Why are you detaining me for a search first? Under what section? Under what section?
Will you stop grabbing me?
Under what section?
Calm down.
Under what section is he stopping me and detaining me?
The moment a second officer arrives on the scene, it's clear things have already spiraled out of control. The sergeant has rushed straight into detaining Yardley, yet he hasn't provided any legal grounds for doing so. The misstep is so glaring that the new officer has to step in and explain to Yardley what's actually happening, because the sergeant never even bothered to say it himself. According to Section 28 of PACE, officers must make it clear from the start, both that a person is being detained and the specific reason why. This isn't optional, and it isn't something that can be explained later when convenient. The law requires it immediately, at the very moment detention takes place. But when Yardley asks the simplest and most crucial question, under what section am I being detained? The sergeant dodges. Instead of giving a direct answer, he stalls, buying time, clearly struggling to find a legal justification for what he's already done. That pause speaks louder than words. If an officer can't state the power they're relying on, or the law that gives them the right to act, then they shouldn't be laying a finger on someone, let alone restricting their freedom. The hesitation here doesn't just look unprofessional, it undercuts the entire legitimacy of the detention.
You can do whatever you want to do, but under what section? Until he tells
me.
Tell him. Ask him what section.
Right, take your hand out.
No, ask him what section.
Section 43, of the
Go on.
Terrorism Act.
And what makes you think I'm a terrorist?
Because you are recording police officers' number plates.
Which I can't. No,
Through a gate.
That doesn't. No, listen.
You tell me what
Now
you're doing.
he's overstepping his boundaries right now, and he's assaulting me. Constantly assaulting
Right,
me.
he's told you to section now.
Alright then, okay, alright then, I'll relax, alright then. Wait.
Take your bag off then.
Just wait.
You're saying you relax, take your bag off.
Alright, listen,
Relax.
I've got a camera in my hand.
I can
I'm
see
trying
that.
to
We've
do
got cameras on us.
too many things at once.
But why specific?
But I can.
You can film what you
Well
like.
then,
Why are you filming inside
if I can
the
film what I
station?
like, which is just what you've just
Why are
said.
you filming inside the
Because
station?
I can, lawfully. I'm not doing anything wrong, illegal, nothing.
Is that
No one
suspicious?
told you were doing it.
Yes, you have. You said you're detaining me under section 43. You're suspecting me of being a terrorist. You're a nutter. That's what you are.
After dodging the question several times, the sergeant finally lands on an answer. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. That's the justification he tries to hang the detention on. But when Yardley presses further and asks for the specific grounds, what actual suspicion triggered that power, the sergeant blurts out that it's because Yardley was recording police officers' number plates. That explanation doesn't just fall short, it collapses entirely. Vehicle number plates are not private or sensitive information. By law, they are displayed in public so they can be clearly read, recorded, and identified. Suggesting that filming them is suspicious or criminal has no legal footing whatsoever. It's the equivalent of saying someone is suspicious for reading a shop sign. Worse still, the claim doesn't even match the reality. Yardley wasn't fixating on plates at all. He was filming the station through the gates from a public vantage point, something he has every right to do. No evidence was provided to back up the sergeant's version of events. So the very foundation for using counter-terrorism powers wasn't just weak, it was non-existent.
You going to give anyone your details?
I don't need that to do that either. You unlawfully touched me, right? And I'm going to make sure. What's your number? All of your numbers.
Sergeant Beasley.
No, go on. What's your?
Sergeant Beasley.
I'm going to film you.
636 AW.
Where are you based at?
Here.
I want to stop search now.
Sure,
You're
number's
doing
there.
the stop search.
What's your number?
What's your name?
I can't see your number.
What's your name?
I cannot see your number.
There you go.
I can't see it. You don't know if I've got a disability. Please tell me your number.
You're filming it.
Please tell me your number.
1637.
Thank you.
What's your name?
3461 PC Gully.
Okay, I want to stop search. I want a CAD for this. You can't just come and do stuff like that.
Mate, you're recording
No, don't
in
call
a
me
police
mate
station,
either.
right
Not
in
your
the
mate.
front gate.
I can be here.
You can be here.
Well
but that
then.
doesn't make it not suspicious.
I
does
don't
it?
care if it's suspicious. I can be here. I'm doing something legal.
Yeah.
Until
no
I
one said that you haven't.
become criminal, so you think you've got the right to just grab hold of people, twist up my arm. Ah! Look! Look how you've twisted my arm. You just come along and just jumped on. Oh, he told you. He didn't tell me anything. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Under what reason? What? So that means you can just go around, stop people on the street and tell them Section 43?
Can I tell you something?
Go on then.
If every time I try to talk, you talk over
Go on,
me,
tell me
that's
then.
not
Just
our
tell me
conversation.
then. Go on,
As I said,
tell
you're
me.
talking over me again.
Well, tell me.
That's not how conversation works.
Tell me
okay?
then.
So if you want, you can listen to what I have
I am
going to
listen. So just tell me. You don't need to go into all that.
Talking over me.
I'm talking, so tell me.
So as I said, I arrived here. My colleague explained again to you his grounds, okay? And he asked me to assist with the search, which is why I did.
Okay, so what was his grounds?
happened, okay?
What was his grounds?
You were filming inside the police
What was the
station.
section?
Filming Section 43 of the Terrorism Act.
Okay.
You're filming vehicles, okay, in their rear ends, okay? And obviously there's people coming in custody, this vehicle going in custody, and that can raise suspicion, especially when a person is a bit hostile.
It shouldn't raise suspicion if I'm doing nothing illegal. If I'm doing, listen to me, now you listen to me. If I'm doing nothing illegal and I don't need to tell you things, why then are you trying to say to me it's suspicious that I'm not telling you? Because I don't need to, that's law.
People don't have to tell
Well
us,
then,
okay, but that
so
will,
therefore it doesn't
that-
matter.
Okay.
I'm not doing
That
anything
will
wrong.
raise our
Was I doing anything
Suspicious
wrong?
behaviour is not the same as illegal. That's
Was I
all
doing
we're
anything
telling
wrong?
you you're doing.
What,
You're not doing
how
anything
suspicious
illegal.
was I? By doing what?
By looking through and filming into a police yard.
Into an open gate.
Both the sergeant and the accompanying officer cling to the same argument, that Yardley's actions looked suspicious. But they overlook the most fundamental rule in policing. Suspicion of a lawful act does not turn that act into a crime, and it certainly doesn't grant officers extra powers that the law hasn't given them. Yardley was filming in a public space, something anyone is free to do. Because it was completely legal, he had no duty to justify himself or explain why he was there. Then comes the moment that leaves many viewers stunned. The sergeant, trying to defend his actions, makes a statement that sounds almost unbelievable on camera. He admits that suspicious behavior is not the same as breaking the law. On its face, that's a true statement, but the way he delivers it is as if it somehow validates what he's doing. In reality, it does the exact opposite. It shows that the sergeant knew full well Yardley wasn't committing any offense, yet he pressed on with a detention under Section 43, the most severe stop power available. That's not just a poor choice of words, it's an admission, an acknowledgement, caught on record, that there was no lawful basis for invoking counterterrorism powers in the first place.
You tried to make escalate it, and you have escalated. Do you know what I'm doing here? I told you already.
Yeah.
I'm pointing the camera, and the light sensors and the photons are catching anything that the eye can see. That's what I'm doing here, legally. The reason why I didn't say anything to you, I'll explain this. You're in plain clothes. You could be anybody, right? And because you could be anybody, I don't need to tell you anything. Now, you didn't identify yourself, right? And because you didn't identify yourself and you touched me, you assaulted me, right? In the very beginning. Before you detained me, you assaulted me because I said to you, who are you? And you refused to tell me. Now, if that's not being a corrupt police officer, I don't know what is. Because if I ask you who you are, you should have told me. Not try to get me on something which you feel is suspicious. I think you not identifying yourself is very suspicious. What have you got to hide? Huh? What have you got to hide?
It's not a conversation.
What have you got to hide? Oh, it will go somewhere. Don't worry about that.
This is the moment where the sergeant is completely exposed, and Yardley turns the tables, making him look unprofessional and careless. The truth is, the entire clash only escalated because of the sergeant's own mistakes. If he had approached calmly, introduced himself properly, and followed the clear requirements set out under Pace Code G, the situation would never have spiraled. A simple explanation of who he was and why he was asking questions would have led to a straightforward answer from Yardley. But because the sergeant showed up in plain clothes, looking no different from any other passerby, Yardley had every reason to refuse engagement until proper identification was given. That wasn't defiance, it was common sense. Anyone would hesitate when being approached by a stranger who refuses to prove their authority. Instead of taking responsibility and following procedure, the sergeant allowed his pride to take control. He didn't like being questioned, and rather than de-escalating, he reacted with force, grabbing Yardley and pushing him back. That isn't professional policing. That's physical aggression driven by ego, not law. What unfolded wasn't a lawful stop, but an assault triggered by an officer who couldn't stand being challenged.